From Benin to Berlin, my feet still remember the desert. People think the real journey begins when you enter Europe. They don't know the road starts from your mother's tears. My name is Osaro, and I crossed the Sahara Desert with nothing but a plastic bottle of water and a pocket full of prayers. I've seen people die for bread. I've buried friends with my bare hands in the sand. I didn't come to Europe to be rich, I came here just to live. They told us, once you reach Europe, everything goes soft. But they didn't tell us about the slavery in Libya. They didn't tell us about the bodies floating on the sea. They didn't tell us that even in Berlin, you can still feel like you're trapped in the desert. This is my story. Not because I'm a hero, but because I survived what many didn't. This is a story by Ivy. I was born on a rainy Tuesday in Upper Sapomba, Benin City. Rain that day didn't feel like blessing, it felt like warning. We lived in a one-room face me, I face you. 8 of us, Mama, Papa, me, and my 5 younger siblings. Poverty wasn't just our neighbor, it lived with us. We fetched water from a cracked tap, shared toilets with cockroaches, and sometimes ate once a day if Mama could hustle enough selling boiled groundnuts. Papa was a mechanic who mostly drank away our future. But I had dreams. Big ones. While others played football, I studied German phrases from YouTube. Guten Morgen became my prayer. I saw pictures of Berlin, clean trains, people in coats, snow that looked like heaven. I told myself, this place no prison. Europe no my escape. The first time I heard about the Libya route, I was 16. A boy from my area, Tiga, came back with iPhone, new accent, and a Mercedes. He didn't talk much, but rumors flew like flies, he don't cross. So I began asking questions. Found one agent named Kelvin, said he could connect me to a travel arrangement, 750,000 Nigerian nairas. No passport needed. Just courage. I cried when Mama sold her only gold necklace and used part of my sister's school fees. Just go and don't die, she said. I promised her. But inside, I wasn't sure. The day I left, the sky looked angry. My little sister held my trousers and said, "You go bring chocolate, come." I lied and nodded. From Benin to Kano, the journey was rough, but nothing prepared me for Agadez, Niger Republic. That's where I met flesh heat, bone thirst, and dead silence. We were 35 in a Toyota pickup truck meant for 10. The driver said if we fall off, he won't stop. A girl beside me, Isiosa, whispered, "If I die, tell my mama I tried." We buried her 3 days later. She coughed blood, collapsed, and stopped breathing. We used our hands to cover her with sand. No grave. Just pain. Silver, Libya. Hell doesn't need fire, just men with guns. They sold us like animals in a market. I was auctioned for $300 to a Libyan man who needed black muscle. I became a laborer. I mixed cement with blistered hands. I built houses I was never allowed to enter. They gave us food once a day, rotten rice and salty water. One time, we begged for more and they beat us with wires. That night, I held my bleeding back and whispered to God, "If you let me survive, I will tell the world." I saw girls abused. Boys disappear. One friend was shot for trying to escape. I watched him bleed beside a bag of cement. They moved us to Tripoli and shoved us into a warehouse. No windows. Just darkness and rats. After 3 weeks, they put us in a boat, more like a plastic basin floating on sea. We were 147. Children. Pregnant women. Hopeful fools. Waves slapped us like angry spirits. People vomited, screamed, prayed, died. One man shouted, "We go die. We no go make am." I held onto a broken plank and screamed my sister's name until I lost my voice. After 9 hours, a white ship approached, Italian Coast Guards. They pulled us out like dead fish. Only 89 of us survived. Lampedusa, Sicily, Rome, Berlin. Those were the stops on the map of my trauma. When I reached Berlin, it was snowing. I had never felt cold like that in my life. It entered my bones, reminded me of the Sahara sun in reverse. The refugee camp was a box of ghosts. Everybody had stories. Everybody had scars. I couldn't sleep for weeks. I kept hearing Isiosa's last breath, smelling the salt of the Mediterranean, feeling the sun of the Sahara. But slowly, I started healing. I learned German. I joined a youth program. I got therapy. And then I started talking schools, churches, refugee centers. Telling my story became my salvation. Now I live in a small flat in Berlin. I work with an NGO that helps new arrivals. I send money to Mama. My sister is now in her final year of nursing school. I have peace, but I don't have joy. Because every time I see snow, I remember Isiosa. Every time I hear rain, I remember the desert. My feet are in Europe. But my soul, it still walks the road from Benin to Berlin. Final words. I did not come to Europe to be rich. I came here to live. But I left a part of me buried in the desert. And I never get it back. Thank you for watching. If you like watching Ivy's story, please like and subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't ever miss out.